What's up, wrestling fans? How's everybody doing? MJF recently commented on the John Cena heel turn, and he said it was effing awesome. You know, MJF loved it. MJF, he loves it, man. He's a psycho himself, of course. Hulk Hogan also commented on John Cena's heel turn. He said, well, we'll definitely can see Cena now, can't we? Can you imagine? You can always hear Hulk Hogan saying that. Well, you can definitely see Cena now, dude. Like Hogan said, we know who he is now. He's signing autographs or doing what he's been doing. That's bigger than the wrestling angle. It's one of the best heel turns I've seen in a long time, said Hogan. All the major players were involved. I can't say enough about The Rock, too. He's incredible. They did it right. I'll tell you that. That's what Hogan said. It's going to work out as long as John wants to stay plugged in, Hogan said. I don't know his schedule, how many days, but definitely he's got everyone's attention. So, plus The Rock's involved, too. You know Hogan loves The Rock. And, it's going to be a bit humbling for Hogan, you know. He's a guy who was on top of the world at one time, and now he's kind of like he's so far behind, he's almost like, trying to stay relevant in a way. Although he doesn't have to, but he has to. It's a very strange Hogan's situation. But, I respect it, although Hogan's been ridiculous a little bit recently. But, we had Shannon Sharp commenting on John Cena's heel turn. We had just tons of people commenting and spilling out about John Cena's heel turn. The Undertaker. The AEW, by the way, just announced a huge partnership for a pay-per-view distribution with the Warner Brothers Discovery. The business stuff, I don't care that much about right now. I know a lot of people are talking about that, but, right now I just don't care too much as far as business AEW. Give me a good product. I want to see it. And I bet you're wondering what happens if you scan that QR code right there. Let me tell you something. If you happen to have $100 laying around and you want to know what happens when you scan this QR code, oh boy. Oh, boy. Enjoy. That's all I'll say. Still waiting on the Raw rating, although, like I said earlier, I'm going to stand by my, I think they're going to hit a 3.2, but maybe it will be less. A lot of people are saying they really do think it's going to be less, and it could be. It really could be less, but I think that they're going to do well. I do think they're going to hit 3.2. I know it's kind of a hard shot, but, in the end, I just feel it. I think after a John Cena heel turn, I would think that there would be an explosive amount of people coming back, and that explosive amount would be about, 300,000 people potentially. So, 300, 500,000 people, I think it's possible. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overdoing it, overcrediting them, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be very close for WWE. Obviously, there's been a bunch of debate about what's the better heel, like what's the bigger heel turn, the better one, whatever you want to say. I really think it's ridiculous to sort of get into that, because here's the thing. If you're younger, I think it's a matter of perspective in your age too. Like if you're somebody who's 20 years old or 25 years old or younger, or 25 years old or younger, you're probably going to think maybe Cena's the bigger one, because your whole life has been Cena the good guy, and this is a massive thing for you, and you weren't even alive for Bash at the Beach. So for you, the Cena one might be the bigger deal. For somebody like me who's 40 years old, and I lived through both of them, I'm probably going to choose the Hulk Hogan one because it was so unbelievable at the time. And I mean, the trash in the ring, the emotion of the crowd, everything else, the amount of people that were watching the product at the time. But honestly, the product ratings just started going way up after this. So I really would love to get more people on a call and start debating this over and over again. I would have to give the John Cena turn maybe a number 2. I almost think the Stone Cold Vince McMahon one moves to number 3 because it was weird, but it was shocking. And honestly, it was during a massive time in wrestling history, but it's a forgettable thing because it was kind of like I don't know about a mistake, but it was very bizarre at the time when Austin turned, to me. But these were really good, shocking turns. And obviously, I think that I'd have to go probably with Hulk Hogan number 1 because it shifted everything in wrestling. Whereas, this isn't a massive shift in wrestling, but right now, so I would have to choose the NWO formation and Hulk Hogan over this Cena turn, but the Cena one is very close. And the fact that the conversation's even happening means that this is so successful, right? Even if you think the commentary wasn't great and some of the other things weren't done 100%, whatever you want to think about it, the bottom line is the conversations that are happening are incredible because of it. So you know that something's up because of that. You know that this has got value.
When he was at his prime?
The thing was, when you're at your prime, that's where you can, turn to all Cena fans and never give up and just look at it and go, you know what, I did it for the money. And he would be one of the hottest heels ever. Then, whether it was running 6 months or 6 years or 2 years, when you repent and you beg for forgiveness, he would be hotter than he was before as a babyface.
Obviously, an older comment by Hogan there, and obviously it's too late for that, but, this will be a hot, closing down of the career. Some fans are upset that Nikki Bella isn't included in the WWE 2K25 Fearless DLC pack. I don't know who those fans are. Whatever. Don't know why she's not included. That's weird. Yeah, I agree. I'm not really furious, but it's kind of bizarre that she's not included. Tonight is AEW. We'll see what happens with AEW tonight. It's going to be an interesting one, probably. There's, as far as AEW goes, there is a possibility. People have been asking me a lot about the Edge winning the AEW championship. It's probably very possible, that you're going to see Edge at some point, probably with that belt, because they need to do something with it, and it's looking like that they might do that. That they may put that belt on him. He may be a little reluctant to take it, but in the end, I think it's something that they might need to do, so they probably will do it. So that being said, you'll see probably that done with the belt. Everybody else watching this right now, check this out. Guys, today's show is brought to you by some of the best stuff ever, man. It's by The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, and by Rhea Ripley's ass. Certification, certified authentic signature. Both of these are available. I have the links to them in the description down below or pinned to the top of the description, or you can use this QR code right now. Scan that QR code to go directly to the Rhea Ripley photo and buy that thing now before somebody else does, and stain it. Let's be honest, stain it before somebody else does. Why not? Look at that thing. It's just waiting to be stained. Plus, of course, like I said, you can also get the Undertaker Shawn Michaels. This thing is it's a must collect, that Shawn Michaels card. So those are going to be pinned or linked right at the top of the comments down below in this video. Or again, use this QR code to go to the Rhea one and grab it before somebody else does. And if you get it, drop a comment that you bought it down below, and I'll try to pin you to the top of everything. Or leave a super thanks or something else. Anyway, continue enjoying the video. I think it'd be really cool if one of you guys gets it and you take a picture with it eventually with your mouth now or something like that. I don't know. You could do whatever. It could be a lot of fun. Whatever you decide to do with it. But I wanted to save that for the end of the video because there's really not a lot of wrestling news right now yet going on. Some other stuff might be coming down. I'm looking at some other stories, but there's just nothing right now that I really want to get into fully. So we'll kind of wait to see what happens at AEW tonight. Maybe some other stuff will kind of break. I think there was more chaos in the political stuff last night than in wrestling. There's quite a few things going on. The Carmella stuff, we're going to dig through that, try to see what Carmella's talking about. But again, that was even a little bit strange and bizarre, and we're not really sure. So Evolve just debuted on Tubi. If you saw that, or if you're going to see that, it's going to be happening later. So that's going to be happening. You're going to have AEW, you're going to have Evolve. So Evolve, I believe, is going to go up against AEW directly in the same day, same night. So if I have Tubi, I use Tubi, so I could potentially watch Evolve if you wanted to. I suppose you could, and AEW is going to be on at the same time. I feel like people are still going to choose AEW over that. I don't know how many people are going to watch Evolve. It'd be interesting if there's a rating on that, or if we're going to get a rating on that at all. we'll see what happens. I'm Joe Cronin. This is Joe Cronin Show. Use QR code. Go do that thing, maybe. Go do that thing. And check out some other stuff, too. All the stuff's pinned in the comments section down below. Pinned to the top of the comments. Leave a comment yourself, and I'll catch you guys in just a bit. Wow, I just didn't mean to splice those things together, but it sounded good. Anyway, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want to become a patron, it'd be awesome if you guys could become a patron. Check that out. And we definitely use you over there on the Patreon. Plus, you get the podcast I uploaded yesterday with Dan Kennedy and Luke Rojas. Check it out. We'll see you guys later.